Jinko ħanġib topic semmu kif sendi l-mobile ma kontax nafx x'inhuma.
Għandna ċans biex iġib il-mobile, kolli ma nafx jien imma.
X'inhi?
Għandna ċans biex iġib il-mobile,
Mhux vera. Tirek għodja mobile.
Jien nġibu fuq il-mobile.
Iġibu fuq il-mobile.
Ossi. Għad-darba għandek raġun biex tkun għazin. Ma 2022 għedin għadhom jeżissu pens and paper.
I don't like writing with pen and paper because I cross stuff off too much. I like deleting and re-editing the work.
Well, that's the fun of it. I am.
No.
Yeah.
Also, my handwriting shit. Like,
to be honest, nħobb meta jkun velek messi l-karta, għax nħossni għek jisni productive na.
no, I like.
Ma l-problema illi you think you're productive għaxem ħafna messi shit, fil-verità meta mbagħad actually more over it, it's like.
Lej,
It's just all scribbled out.
It was the principle that counts.
I mean, like I said last week, I was writing poetry, like that I'd write in Word. Which. Okay, so welcome to Ir-Rokna. I guess I'll be doing some of the intros and outros, which I don't like doing because I always fuck them up. Anyway, oh no, I can't swear in the intro, eh? YouTube will fuck us with the algorithm.
You just swore again.
Okay, take two. So, welcome to Ir-Rokna. We are in Ta'ali today, chilling. There's a race going on apparently. So if you hear people shouting and running,
moaning,
it's because of that. Near us there's the water stand where they're like taking a bunch of water and doing that.
Throwing half of it away.
And wasting entire bottles of water, the amount of plastic, all the jellyfish.
And I'm here dying of thirst.
Dat jixrob mill-ilma, għadu bottle ġdid miż-żar, xorob. Ramieħ fil-das bil-ilma, literalment meħħalqu, raġa, okay, dit li tsippa li rama.
So welcome back to Ir-Rokna, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Any thoughts on Apple they're apparently going to make a foldable iPad?
What? When?
Foldable
What?
iPad.
2024 is the rumor.
Ma smajt xejn fuq.
It's a rumor. It's on like Apple radar, whatever the.
I would love that. I love the folding phones, as I said previously in a previous podcast. A folding iPad, a bigger version of already a big ass phone.
I don't like the folding phones. Imma naħseb a folding iPad wouldn't be a bad idea.
Għax jisa jkollok iPad mini.
iPad
normali.
huwa diġà kbir, sa ċertu punt, tipo jekk tixtri normali, like kemm ma 12 inch. Għalek, if you can fold that, tista' ġorru miegħek ħafna iktar easily and then you open it up and have that. Ma bad ċorta jkollok mu, għalek huma folding phones dejquni għax.
I find a folding phone a bit useless, but then a folding iPad, I can kind of see it.
Eżatt.
It depends. Which way is it folding, you think? Is it like the flip or the fold? Is it folding horizontally or vertically?
Does it really matter?
Yes, because vertically you're going to have a super long thing. Like if you close it like that.
Ma doesn't...
Jiena nimmaġna iPad normali l-kbir. Il-kamera għandek minn nos, għax inti xorta...
I was going to say, and then like it turns into a phone. Like into like a Pro.
Emma xorta.
I don't think the point is turning the iPad into a phone and the phone into an iPad.
Like, I'm saying just for the iPad, the size, if you've got a foldable iPad, I think it makes sense to go from like not like a book. I'm saying like horizontally. So that's where then when it's folded, it's like the size of like a Pro iPhone.
Sana, inti kif tuża tablet bizbis, ek, jew ek. Għax jena lija jisuk tip, ħajġi, għalija. Għax jena użaħ horizontally.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like...
Kif tużaħ inti, tipo...
Obviously, if you're holding it sideways already to watch YouTube or whatever, then yes, then to be vertical.
You just close it.
But I'm saying like, if you look at it like this.
Ma saċ nifhem għal-fej jużaw, like...
To be biex taqra rajt, jena biex naqra nużaħ, ma ovvja għax tipo jisuk tip.
I can't read digitally. It really bugs me.
You know, then again, provide fuq il-mobile, which is one screen vera zaħir.
La, mobile fuck that.
U just... Meta kien fuq mobile, ma jisbicċaw jgħid titlax notification, I get easily distracted. Allora...
Jena kelli iPad mini, kien imkisser minn Kristu, u għad the version. Mordna ranġu għal-metjuru għal-screen, il-screen bis kollu problema. U għed jill-lossja, fl-ħar għandi tablet derġajt. Indunajt ħaġa, version doesn't support jack shit pala apps.
No.
So ma jistax nuża YouTube.
iPad mini though, right?
iPad mini version. So I can use YouTube, I
so
can use Facebook.
A front-facing camera.
What only works for iCloud u Books app. So they nuża pala Kindle.
There's
so għandi Kindle għal metjuru.
There's actually some free books as well on there. Like I
Hey,
think
actually.
a lot of the Sherlock Holmes stories are free, so you can
No,
just
I'm
get
not checking
those.
More,
No,
you know.
Jason doesn't read the stories.
What's he reading? What's he,
Never, I don't read stories. I don't really like.
It's just self-help books. Oh my God, can I tell you about this book that I got this weekend?
Mhm.
So there was this book written in 1924, I think, and it's a murder mystery, and it's called Kane's Jawbone. I really recommend looking it up. And essentially,
Jawbone.
Kane's Jawbone, like Kane, like the
Candy cane.
brother of Abel,
That's it.
and that's why it's called Kane's Jawbone
No,
because
it's not a candy cane.
it's the first murder. Anyway, and it's 100 pages, but all the pages are out of order. All of them.
What?
So your job is to read the book and then reorganize the pages in the correct order to solve the murder mystery. And you have to figure out who the 6 murderers are and the 6 murdered people. There's a kid crying somewhere.
And Movicho.
So you have to figure out essentially the story. It was a competition in the 1930s, and it was if you won it, you got £15, which back then was a lot. Nowadays, £15 from 1934 is £850. Only 3 people have solved this book
Jesus Christ.
in 100 years.
I actually bet
3
yes.
people, and I got it this weekend, and because they reopened the competition for December this year, and I'm gonna try and see if I can
Yes, yeah.
solve it. I don't have a high enough IQ. to
I'm not
solve
gonna
it for
lie, I
sure.
actually be a dissertation. That's very cool to add. Like.
It's really cool. It's really cool. Each page at the bottom, there's a space to write notes. The front page, there's a letter that you have to scan and then send in. That's like formatted, so it's all the pages in like the order they should be
Yeah.
in. Everything on my laptop, I've got an Excel spreadsheet, all the page numbers. I've got Word documents with character names and character because you know nothing.
لا مش هيك.
It doesn't even tell you who gets murdered. You have to figure that out.
لا لا.
You know nothing.
allora x'għatilek fil-ktieb? Jekk mhux għatilek min qatel min miet.
The book is written in chronological order. It's just then the author was like, okay, I'm just going to take all the pages out and rearrange them. If anything, the book, when you buy it, every page on the spine, there's the scissors to cut it. You're meant to cut out all the pages
and put them in order.
and like put them like on a
Yeah.
board or whatever. So it's like an actual puzzle. It's like one of the only murder mysteries that's actually a murder mystery because you have to figure it out. You are the detective. It's really cool, eh?
This is very cool.
And I've wanted for like 3-4 years, but it's never in print. But only because they're doing the competition again.
They're in print.
It's in print again.
Tolas, yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh.
I will keep everyone updated on when I give up because, man, again, 3 people in 100 years.
Jesus Christ. And there's only how many murders?
There's 6
Or
murderers,
suspects.
6 murdered, and 100 pages.
Yeah, man.
And you have to, and there is a correct order. Like, there is.
Confirm, ġifieri, like
Confirmed.
6 murdered and 6 murderers.
Yes. And the prize for it this year is £350.
that. Above.
250 to
Tita,
350.
ġifieri.
Wow,
like-
il-ġismu.
Għal
Well,
mit
that's
sena,
quite good.
klieta biss, zid the fucking press, bloody. 2022 għedin.
Lemma, the publishers that are republishing it are crowdfunded.
Ah.
So it's also supporting a
Mm.
crowdfunded business. But anyway, that's just my little thing on
That's
Kane's
really cool, actually.
Jawbone.
That's
It's
really
really
cool.
cool. I'm really hyped to read it.
As someone who loves non-linear shit, I love it.
But the thing is, it's not even like because most non-linear stuff you're meant to watch it non-linearly.
My dad,
This isn't. This is just you're meant to solve it. You can start from page 100 reading. It doesn't matter what page you start reading, as long as you read all of them and figure it out. That's all that matters.
Either way, it's not going to be in order. So
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the first page is already talking about characters who I don't know, and I'm just like, what the fuck's
għabim
going
kif ta'
on?
fuck joru, għossi jek.
Yeah, it's
Ġesta
brilliant.
ta' għara fuq persona like da mizzobbu l-ewwel Nafha kemm weird.
xini.
Ġest qas tkun taf x'dinja hija technically.
Le-
Tkun taf like ħafna later. Jew fin-nofs. jew
Isn't it weird,
Or
you know?
I will maybe never know, because
You'll never
bro, I'm not smart enough to figure this shit out. Like,
True, you're not.
you know what I
Imma
am
naħseb
smart enough.
naħseb jekk wieħed minna kellu jitolvi, naħseb inti tkun.
Nadik żgur.
Għax inti l-iktar wieħed li like tikteb and you thinking anke meta tara film. This is weird għalija. Like, you cannot just sit down and enjoy a film.
No.
You have to analyze everything about the film.
Yes.
I can sit down, empty my brain. Ħadd nitkellem ma' Jason.
It depends on the film. If it's like Transformers, I'm not going to be sitting there like,
Ma nafx ta'
No,
sema. Ma minniġ di, l-ekxorta t-pot analisa xaħda.
I still analyze it. I can't
Probably
not.
wara tgħidilna għax hemmhekk kien hemmhekk għax hemmhekk kien ġarek ħażin għalek tajb għalek. Oh, you're like, it was a good movie. There were explosions and robots. Like, I just enjoyed it. I just emptied my brain and I enjoyed it. I'm not analyzing this shit.
Michael Bay.
No, I have to analyze it. That's why, like, I guess I'm a film critic, you know.
Let me fair.
It comes naturally.
Vera.
It comes naturally. Have you ever gotten your IQ tested?
No, and I really don't want
Just shitty tests on
I
the
think
internet.
we should do one on the podcast.
to. Oh god, no.
All
please
four
no.
of us.
I will have the lowest
When
IQ
Leon's back,
problem.
because Leon is in Paris right now with
Yeah.
Kanye West and Jay-Z.
And Kendrick, don't forget Kendrick, man.
Kendrick's not in that song, is he?
Ma he went there for Kendrick.
Oh, he went there for Kendrick.
Yeah.
That's deal. Have you listened to the new Arctic Monkeys album? Because you're going to see
Yes.
Arctic Monkeys.
I have mixed feelings about it. I liked half the songs in the album.
I
which is,
prefer
like,
this
very
album
good.
to Tranquility Base.
Like, that's
Hotel
for
and
sure.
Casino.
But
Tranquility
it's
Base, I
not
thought
as
was
good
crap.
as, like AM.
AM's the
or
best
like-
album.
Um,
But then, like,
I'm not good with names, man. I
they're-
forgot the
they're-
other album.
their previous like stuff, like 505 When the
Yeah,
Sun Goes
505.
Down. All of their like earlier albums are pretty good as well. But
They're amazing.
AM's definitely the most,
It's
like-
the most popularized one. It's
and
like
also
the
most polished, I'd say.
Yeah.
But Tranquility Base, Hotel and Casino. Alright. I guess where that dude comes from.
in-nies ma jarawx.
I guess where that
X'inhu
dude comes
jiġri.
from, cameras don't exist. For those listening, some dude just purposefully walked in front of our camera. There's about 2 meters behind the camera, and he chose to walk in front of it.
He literally
Mela,
looked at,
second,
like, I saw his
let's
eyes
just- let's just
look at the
paint-
camera, and like he looked at me, looked at the camera again, and he went in front of it.
ħares lejk ġifieri.
Yeah, he made eye contact with me and
U
Jason.
miex, like, just għamil mux għatjara ma tismana bis. Like, għaw il-laptop mal-art, għaw wires għaddejjin. Like,
Jidru
għed-
il-microphones
għed-
għana,
eżatt,
bil-headphones.
bil-headphones. It's
Okay.
obvious li jgħu xaġa d-dajja, fejt taddim.
But
Alright, Sam,
can we
to be
please
fair-
take an IQ test on the podcast? Can we do
Sure.
that?
Xorta.
Because I
It's
really
for
want
you.
to take it.
Please tell me it's free.
I've taken an IQ test before, so I know my IQ. But every time you take an
10.
IQ test, it changes
Hey.
because every test is different. So,
It's 10.
well, I'm not gonna say. It's embarrassing saying your IQ, eh?
What?
Okay,
Why?
so it's embarrassing saying you're
No,
like you.
because if
but you
it's
want to
low,
take it.
if it's low, it's embarrassing. If it's no, because then that's content. But if it's high, like
to be
if
fair-
it's high, then it's like I'm bragging about it.
To be fair, I am
It's
all,
high.
in my opinion,
It's
IQ
high or
business.
you're high.
It's defined as there's different categories. There's like average, high, and whatever. Mine's categorized as superior.
Jena li IQ in
Straw.
general, as an idea.
Nġibek straw.
Shish?
Nġibek straw.
Why?
Tkusa tixrob aktar.
Thank you.
Jien l-opinjoni tiegħi l-IQ in general kif ini maħduma u hekk għalija bla sens.
Sekondo għada,
Tipo-
xedde, mux nista maġi. Nice cricket.
IQ test, huh?
Għalija IQ test huma ġos bla sens. Kif minn huma made, how are they tipo tested. U their overall tipo idea fuqa li n-nis tipo jek għandek IQ eżempju għolja bħalek. So they just għana mux li like taċi għan ħossuhom ek. Tipo their ego vera fucking inflated.
I'm
U
gonna
fil-verita in other areas u bad ma jifmu xej.
I'm gonna be honest, okay?
Li tipo specific tipo għal how you tipo strategize work forsi.
IQ
Ma xorta
tests
miex marħiġ
are
lażek
mislabeled. They don't measure intelligence. Intelligence is too varied to say this is intelligence, or you know. As well, IQ tests are made for Western cultures. They're
Ah.
made for men as well. Men are more likely to do better on them. But
ħafna xismu. Never mind, ħafna.
right. But
Marġejt sajdek, dama disma l-verzi għaddi fil-background, no, it's like, okay, għanzi xkoħanit.
But like the thing is that I know this, and I know IQ tests are bullshit. They don't measure intelligence. But when I saw my IQ,
You felt good.
I was like, yeah, you know, it happens. You
No,
know,
Umbat, eżempju, jek jien eżempju, personally, I find myself a smart person, nafu fejn fuqhom.
you don't need that validation.
Huh?
You don't need that validation.
I don't. Ma bad jek eżempju umur nammela u jkolli waħda all baxxa għalek ħafna ħanħosni jisni shit malla.
If I got
Għal
a low,
li għanamlu bad
if I got a low number, I would have totally been like, IQ tests are bullshit. But
Apparti
because I've got the high
ħażin.
one, I'm like, oh, no,
Apparti
hang on.
nħossok ħazin, I'm pretty sure li jek għamlu kolla għamahna, and I got a low, low result, I would never hear the fucking end of it, especially minn
That's true.
għaddejjil. So, it's not a good fucking idea. Għaxa ħosna ħazina ġibtu low. U bat ħakun Daniel constantly reminding me li...
Do you think you'd be above average? I can tell you what the tests are.
I don't
Like
know,
this,
to be honest.
so there's 4 sections of the I took the Ways 4. There's 4 sections to it. The first section is just language, which includes like general knowledge. It includes like you have to define words. They'll give you a list of words as well, and then you have to say which one's the odd one out. That's language. That was my best section. There, I'm a writer, so it makes sense.
Senek minn issa problem falli, ħasem raġuni li għadek t-spiegom l-affarijiet.
And you already lost.
I have no idea what you just said. Għadda ħares lemmek. I am completely spaced out.
Mela, there is language, there is spatial, like sort of cognition, where like they give you blocks and you have to make shapes or whatever, and they give you stuff like that. Memory, and then there's like memory, like he'll give you, or the dude, for me it was a dude, he gave me like 4 numbers, and then I'd have to go, he'd go like 1, 5, 7, 8. I have to go 1, 5, 7, 8. And then it would increase, so there'd be 8 numbers by the end. And then there was another one where he'd go 1, 5, 7, 8. And I'd have to go 8, 7, 5, 1.
Oh, no.
I'd say them backwards.
In
like
my
games
worst
when there's
section,
like memory,
my
I
worst
always
section.
skip it. If there's a way to skip it, I will always skip it.
And I
I
forgot what
will
the
never
4th
do
section
that.
is. I think it's like speed.
Ġi rajtu dak il-video, I'm pretty sure li rajtu, ta' xadina tal-screen. Like, jixedu n-numru għaxurxin, tendimli. And then she just goes like, u ta' il-numru tajbin.
No.
Għatim, u le,
Għasina, ta' bil-miet.
Serta, ikun hemm xadina, l-ekka tipo jgħamlu IQ test biex jaraw how much they can remember. U jkollha screen. U n-numri jiflashjaw, eżempju, 1 hawnhekk, 2 hawnhekk, 3 hawnhekk, 4 hawnhekk, fuq blocks differenti. Mbagħad wara li jkun hemm 10, wara li jiflashjaw l-10 li huma jiġu kollha blocks, like l-screen jiġu kollu blocks, u xejn tittażel in the right sequence. U ġust tażilhom kollha, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, u dak tażilhom kollha perfetti. Ġifieri,
Lost, yeah. Maybe we should do that and see who gets the highest one.
ma nasibx li ħadd.
No, those are my worst areas for sure.
Jumien xiex, ma like impressive kif, like, anka, tipo xadina, like, il-memorji tagħhom u hekk.
They're bloody smart.
Vera.
Do you know about Coco? You know who Coco is?
It sounds familiar though.
The gorilla. I love the story of Coco.
Remind me, I actually forgot
I
to be
heard
honest.
about him.
Coco was this gorilla that they taught sign language to. So she could
Right,
communicate. I mean, not like amazingly, but she could communicate. And the scientists wanted to give her like something, like an incentive, so she can learn faster. And I thought, let's get her a cat. So maybe she can, if she does well during the day, when she finishes her exercises, she gets to play with the cat, right, like a pet. And they were scared that the gorilla was gonna kill the kid, you know, and not understand. But the moment Coco saw the cat, she loved this cat, man, adored it. And Coco knew social situations so well that once she tore a sink out of the wall because she just got like upset and tore the sink out. And then the scientist said, what happened? And she said, the cat. She blamed the cat because she knew like she didn't want to take responsibility. Anyway, back to Coco and the cat. One day, these dumb scientists, okay, let this cat out by accident. The cat got into the road and died. Okay, very sad. It's very sad that this cat you never knew is now dead. Okay.
It's very sad for Coco.
Yes. They went to tell Coco, and all Coco said was, sad, bad, sad. And then the scientists left, and they could hear her crying for the entire evening. Wailing, you know. So it really shows like how we see them as animals, but they really can understand, like the things that we do, they can understand them to quite an extent, you know, these social interactions and pets and love, you know. She really cared about that cat. Then they got her another cat, but I don't know about that cat.
It's not the same.
Yeah. But now when bad shit happens to me in life, sometimes I go, sad, bad, sad.
ċaġa simili ta' di, ma mux eżat pet. Like, apparently cheetahs in captivity, jew hekk, ikollhom a support dog.
Cheetahs.
Cheetahs. They have a support dog. Jekk meta ikun hemm cheetahs ikun għadhom żgħar. Normalment in captivity ġiġri.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's no pet stores in Africa in the
You are.
savannah, so
Oh, shit.
dogs.
Huh?
Wild dogs.
Ma mux s-saċanka, mux meta tejt captivity, mux eżempju ġużu żar bil-gajġa ġuwa, kan kan fejkolom naqra area
in like a reserve, a wildlife reserve.
Għax per tant kemm huma misħin, like, bully cheetahs, like, from the rest of the animals.
Obviously, if they keep cheating.
Imma, it-wom kelb meta jkunu żar, u if they start getting along, they just stay with the dog. They spend all their day with the dog playing, u hekk ikunu they start to imitate the dog's behavior, and dogs are very confident and outgoing. They start imitating dog's behavior, and they can function well in cheetah society, kind of.
So cheetahs are like the autistic creatures of the savannah.
Kind of.
You know?
L-unika scenario fej jisseparawhom huma meta jiġu biex jieklu. Tafala?
Because of hunting and stuff.
Le, huma jtuhom l-ikel.
Aha.
Ma tafal fej jisseparawhom il-kelb u ċita.
Għax il-kelb jibla l-alla ma.
Għax il-kelb jikla l-ikel inkella.
Jibla l-alla.
And then the cheetah's just like, the cheetah's there just going like, yeah, that's okay, it's fine. I wanted that, I can't have some, it's okay, don't worry, like, you can take it all. Getting bullied. Bro, animals sometimes can be really rough. Did you know about the experiment I think the CIA did in America in the 60s or 70s where they got a dolphin to live with a human?
How?
So they got this dolphin, and essentially as far as I know, it's like the dolphin lived in a pool and it would be around humans all the time. But it was mainly this female scientist. Well, actually, was it a house? I think they actually got a house and they like flooded it a bit. And so she lived with this dolphin.
So the dolphin lived in the house because they
and they like flooded it a bit, whatever. I think, or maybe there was a pool, whatever. She was living with this fucking dolphin.
Abd the they call it dolphin, but the
So she's living with this dolphin, and the aim was to teach the dolphin English. And the dolphin was slowly learning, but at a point it just stopped giving a shit. And they realized that it was hitting her and bullying her and really hurting this woman. And it would like hit her with its snout and then turn around on its back, showing its dick, because it wants to be sexually pleasured, right? And so the CIA were like, listen, it's not learning English anymore. It wants sex. So give it a hand job every time it learns. Positive reinforcement. That worked for a while, you know. Then they were like, maybe we should get another dolphin so it can have sex with the other dolphin. But then they were like, oh, but then it won't learn English because it'll just speak dolphin to the dolphin. And the experiment was failing, and classic CIA in the 60s did not know what to do. So they were like, fuck it. Have the woman drop acid with the dolphin.
Literally,
fuck it. So this woman and this dolphin are tripping acid together. And that's it. The experiment ended. Like, they just cut funding, didn't work, and they're like, all right, this woman is alive somewhere. Can you imagine going to therapy? Yeah, they were like, maybe this will help. I don't know, man. This was a time where acid was still revolutionary. They're like, maybe it opens brain functionality. In reality, there's a woman out there who's going to therapy going, yeah, I jerked off a dolphin while on acid. Like, and the therapist's like, so you just had a bad acid trip. And she's like, no. The trip was something else, okay? The dolphin was real.
I rejected the dog before it took acid.
She would have bruises. She would get bruised. Like, it would hit her like really savagely. Either she's really hot or she really looks like a dolphin. You know, either or. I don't know what dolphins are into.
Or maybe it's just the sexual cue of a dolphin. Maybe it's just the sexual cue of a dolphin.
True.
Would hit the female.
Dolphins actually do bully each other in the wild. In when they travel in their packs and stuff, if there's like a shy one, they'll bully it away. And they bully whales and stuff.
And I think, is it whales that bully?
Killer whales bully.
Whales, yeah, killer whales bully.
Because killer whales aren't whales. They're called killer whales because they kill whales.
They're orcas.
They're orcas, which is a subset of porpoise and dolphins. So technically they're like part of that family.
Porpoise are a bunch of dicks.
Yes. It's really sad though seeing killer whales in action, because they literally surround the whale, and it's like, if there's like one whale like with a pack of whales and they see it drifting away, they like
they go for it.
Real hunting, you know. I mean, we see them, we're like, oh, it's a sea creature, how cute. But man, those shits ain't cute. You know the story about Free Willy?
Yes.
No, but what happened to the dolphin
No.
out the orca after Free Willy?
After no.
Because then there was a whole campaign called
Free
Free Willy, because he was in captivity, so they tried to free him. Eventually he got freed. They tried to re-inject him into a community of orcas in like near Sweden or whatever, like in the northern European waters. And one day he disappeared, and they're like, oh, brilliant, he must have found a pack and whatever.
They could.
And he learned to hunt. A few years later, they found him dead on a beach,
Oh, Jesus.
and very depressing. They found dead on a beach, bad, sad, bad, and he hadn't actually learned to hunt. The thing was unsuccessful. He had just been going up to these fishermen boats every day, and they would feed him.
List, yeah.
So because once you're brought up in captivity, you can't get back.
Check.
And all the other packs of orcas would reject him. He didn't know how to hunt. He was set like freeing Willie was actually bad because he probably would have lived longer and happier in captivity because that's what he knew.
Check.
Which is sad because captivity is already.
Ma jek inti drajtek kumbat tipo.
You wouldn't know better.
Eżatt.
So,
Eżatt. And also it's better. It's better than.
Fil-verità, it wasn't better. Tipo, okay, it's better li kien jgħet in the open, fil-verità, it wasn't a good life.
No, because he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to survive.
He's
Yeah,
lost.
So it's a bit useless freeing him, at that point. Which
I mean, it's like similar for us three, for example, going to a forest and trying to live there for a week.
check.
Like, we will get
know?
eaten.
Technically,
Or starve.
you would be like, we're freeing ourselves from society. But I would not. I would starve to death and freeze to death.
I can
Also,
maybe build a fire.
probably-
Maybe.
2 hours in, we would get bored and we was like,
Bro, there's no
Oh, it's
toilet
3G.
paper. There's no Wi-Fi.
that's
The
it.
fuck? What am I gonna do?
3G won't work. It barely works here. I'm
What
so
are you gonna do? Talk to each other?
Nżabbab.
What's up, Bubba?
Ma kom jew.
What's that? The whole
Sounds
point of this
mobile,
podcast is that
honestly.
like we contain our conversation, so I don't have to talk to you for the rest of the fucking week. Like
That will just get this shit out u
Check.
daqseku.
last week, I bullied Corey a bit. So first, I'm gonna apologize for that, as in half an apology because Corey.
Don't look at me. Look at him.
I don't want to because I'll cry, It's very emotional. But secondly, you said that sometimes you like play games on your phone while you watch stuff.
I don't, to be honest, I don't
If it's
play
like a bit
games on my
boring,
phone. I
you just go on your
I
phone.
Just scroll on my phone, yeah.
This week I tried it. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch a show that I'm sort of losing interest in, and I'll like play a game. I was playing Marvel Snap, which, by the way, Marvel Snap, best game ever made. It's fucking fun, bro. It's good. It's good.
I never heard of it, so I have no idea what it's.
No, I'm saying playing games. I was like, so it's like you have the background noise,
Laħħa
Going on.
darba kind of spiegħed ħażin jena. Għax jekk ikun hemm,
Can't hear
jekk ikun hemm, normalment is-series li nara jiġbuni. Imma bad ikun hemm punt fejn ġas jaqbdu jitkellmu fuq. Jew random shit, jew just talking about like explaining ma nafx tipo
shows do it a lot where they'll like recap what they were feeling in previous episodes.
Eżatt.
In a conversation like naturally.
I
feel like I'm binging it, I know what's going on.
I don't want to listen to that.
Okay.
Tipo, Ma anyway, x'taħsbu fuq getting random tattoos?
I love it. I've already got random tattoos. I've got a bee. My bee is random. It's just a bee.
Ma sejta fuq il-persuna ħażina, li titsosja.
Sejt ek, in ġenerali, like random tattoos.
Jena ħobhom. Jien nixtieq actually nibda nagħmel aktar tattoos imma Pulse on the agreement mommi li għalis ma nagħmel xejn.
Imma, meta tgħid tagħmel aktar tattoos, would you think it through? Tgħid eżempju qalet nagħmel di għax mhux għax tfisserek jew tfisserek, dik nara naqbla sens to be honest, tipo it's good jekk tfisser xi ħaġa lik, like that's a bonus, imma m'hemmx għalfejn. Imma tipo would you be like tipo tqallef fuq il-mobile, ara, okay, I like this picture, tlaqna. Like tagħmel xi ħaġa kieku inti.
No, probably not. Because even then you have to book an appointment.
Ma fis-sens you don't ma tawx taħseb eżempju jiena bħalissa naħseb biex nagħmel biċċa oħra.
X'qed taħseb?
Owni mask katana fuq wara maqsuma minn nofs bil-fjuri.
Weeb.
Fuq Amala.
Naf, hemm
The two
il-maskla
reactions.
hemm il-maskla vera.
Fa'amalla, weeb.
Ma
Ma
it
nix qasam ma' anime imma.
Le. Just weeb.
Alright.
No, to be fair,
Imma-
I say this, but it's cool.
Imma x'ismu, imma
It
like
depends on the design.
mort inkellmu l-artist, diskutejna x'jista' jsir u x'ma jistax isir, qed infittex l-istampi bil-kwiet, nibatomlu hekk biex nara l-tiġi tajba. Imma għadna qatt ma għamilt twinġa where I was like, ara, Diżel business, eżempju, għaw ħafna minn daw, like jġbuna ħafna l-annimali u jkollhom xi tip ta' weapon fħalqhom, xi sikina jew X jew X, like very jġbuna.
Like the Dark Souls bosses.
Yeah.
There's like a few Dark Souls enemies.
Ħadda barajt waħda, Polar Bear, Bex fħalqhom. Like it looked really
How
cool.
weird.
It's just random enemies with random weapons. Like, ma nafx if I would actually go and get it jew le. Xi
Yeah.
ħaġa hekk inti tagħmilha kieku.
Tipo to answer the question mela.
Probably
The
not.
first couple of tattoos, initially jkunu meaning għalija, not about il-tattoo l-għand, palissa għanda ħafna meaning, just personal meaning tiegħi. Jek nejta xaħat probabli ħabet ma jifema. Imma nixtieq wara, mhux jekk nara ritratt
By
nixtieq
the way, tiegħek
nagħmilha.
makes sense. Like ma tispjega it made sense.
Ma mhux kollha jifhimha.
Ma tifhimha.
Li nixtieq nagħmel immur għand il-tattoo artist ngħidlu xtieq vera tagħmel fuq persuna.
Dik
Jekk
li
ħares lejja,
tagħmilha.
xtieq titfa' fuqi kieku, jew xtieq tara fuqi. Nara designs li jagħmlu nażel minn dawk isab, jew naqbad ngħidlu fire waħda li trid.
Dik xi darba rid nagħmilha. Irrid immur għandu imma
That's how I got my B. Because I saw his other artworks with like other insects.
le ma
And I was like, I want to
imma
be.
kif qed Jason mhux nara l-artworks tiegħu tipo immur għandu iktar eżempju għandi tlieta tista' jiena. Tlieta huma from different artists. Issa raba waħda hija minn l-istess artist li għamillu waħda minnu. I was like, I liked his style, I like his work, ħanibqa' immur għandu.
Lema ta
Ta' Naruto fuq wara.
Naruto.
U
What's
issa
that? The Schengen eye, whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called?
Il-Sharingan, I'm sorry.
Sharingan.
It's the
It's
symbol of the village where Naruto lived.
So it's not the eyeball.
No. Do you think
It's a
do you
leaf
think
from
an eyeball?
Sasuke has the eyeball, right?
Sasuke, but Sasuke.
Oh, Sasuke.
Sasuke has two eyeballs with
Yeah,
the
but he
Sharingan.
has he has two eyeballs with the Sharingan. Just one.
You-
You,
no,
don't
ev-
have one.
No, every Uchiha has the Sharingans in both eyes, and then it can.
Oh, I thought it was
go-
only in one eye,
No.
like
both
an eye
eyes.
patch. You know,
That's only one character that has one eye.
like
But
we
it
get
doesn't-
cataract in one eye. Ah, I've got the Sharingan. So what do
No.
you call it? I don't know. It's called.
Which stramba li. Okay, totally fine. It's an anime, but like they're very easily interchangeable. Tipo, in-nies just jgħalaw għajnejn xi ħadd ġist tfhom fis-sockets tagħhom like
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
Sharingan
very
now.
weird. I don't know how that works, to be honest.
Wait, you can take them out.
Yes. Literalmente just
Like
go like this.
contact lenses.
People
No,
can see them,
literalmente.
yes.
Taqala l għajneħ, tpoġġi ftijak and you suddenly have the powers of the Sharingan.
But do you have to take your eye out first, or can you
Yeah.
just like?
You just pull it out.
And you put it in.
Ah, okay, bro, just pull it out. Let's see you fucking pull it out.
And
For sure.
Fil-anime jekk
Very easy.
Literalmente,
Literally,
hemm
they
wieħed.
push in, that's it.
And is there like the connection, or
Yes.
just?
No. There's no connection. Just the eyeball.
Yeah.
I mean, ġili
Fil-anime,
juru.
tinsiex atfall, suppost. Allora ma se juru.
Ġili
Ma
minna li kien hemm
fil-fucking
fejder.
manga jkun hemm.
Alright. Imma x'ismu, eżempju, wieħed għandu ma nafx jista' jkun spoiler jekk għadkom ma saltux jew tara, imma whatever. Għandu xi like
Material
10
shoulder.
extra eyeballs fuq idejh. And he can use them, like jista' juża l-abilities tagħhom.
Imma
There's an enemy in one of the aliens in Ben 10 was like that, had all the eyes on his arm.
in Alien Force, lejn l-aħħar.
Alien Force,
nifhem.
Ma nafx fakar li kien.
It's like it's a one-off alien, like darba judar tiegħu.
Jiena Alien X xat naraw iktar minnu fuq Benten.
Alien X.
Actually,
Who
Dak
was Alien
il-kbir
X?
l-iswed li kien
Palissa.
jikontrolla l-univers jisu. Dak
Ah.
għajn
Oh.
id-darba
Who was your
Benten.
favorite?
qabel ma dana. Palissa nara YouTuber vera fucking nħobbu ġas huwa tipo mhux review, imma jgħod jagħti retrospective ta' different shows. U għad għan għamel like a 3 video li huma like xi satej long ta' Ben 10 biss. Tlieta li huma. Jitkellem fuq the original Ben 10 u l-film li ħareġ ma' dak il-Ben 10 u like ftit affarijiet żgħar tiegħu.
The live action film?
A live action film. To be honest, I used to like to be honest, not gonna lie.
I used to like it as well.
But t-second f'dana Alien Force u Ultimate Alien u mbagħad Omniverse.
Ultimate Alien, which one's that?
Li l-aliens għadhom in ultimate form tagħhom jisa.
That's the only ones I watched were the original, and then the one where it's him,
4.
Gwen, and Kevin.
That's
Which is Alien Force.
There are 4 that continue with the story. The 3 li jgħidu li huma l-propja, so Ben 10, Alien Force u Omniverse. But hemm mhux Omniverse, Ultimate
I was
Alien.
gonna say Omniverse is now like a
Le, Omniverse actually għax riddana fuq dal-video qal li jkompli ma' storja ta' qabel, imma
So
jbidlu
it's like,
l-animation.
it's technically it's like number 2.
It's number 4.
Or no, I'm saying it came out 4th, but chronologically in the world.
Xorta fort.
It's like with number 1.
Jkompli eżatt, it's a continuous story.
It's back when he was younger, right? Isn't
Le,
Omniverse
di ħaġa li jek ma tarax ma tifmu. Jkompli ma storja, ġas bidlu l-animation, u hemm raġun li għal bidlu
Mama, she's a
l-animation.
kid again.
Ma jkun hemm partijiet fejn mur lura iva. Imma għabba storja, għax jibidlu f'ħarira sajra storja.
I kind of want to watch it now.
Le, it's actually
it's an interesting
amazing
animation.
storytelling. Like naħseb,
Really?
jek naraħ jkun my favorite. Għax hemm raġun għal bidlu l-animation fil-actual show, hemm raġun. Biz juri the 3 versions ta' Esmith, il-creator da' dana, il-3 versions ta' animated tiegħu.
Ostia. Imma
raġun.
x'inhi r-raġun li bidlu għax to be honest, to be honest l-animation vera.
I don't want to know. I want to see it.
You wanna see it?
I want to see it.
Għax to be honest.
Għax nisanejt il-person, jew għal-qas species,
Aha.
Alien X plays a big role.
So it's going to be like a dimension
Dimension.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Imma
That's cool though. I kind of like
actually
that.
fun. Like,
Multiverse
jek
kind of thing.
taraw.
Project.
Eżatt.
Actually fa jek taraw tgħid like xilleba.
Yeah, I don't really like the new animation style tagħhom. Ma you're saying there's a reason. So
Omniverse hemm raġun, but ħarġu Ben 10 ma daw reboot. Li huwa completely m'għandux x'asam.
Nasib reboot
Reboot
l-animation
blasens.
was
Omniverse, to be fair, it's not that, fil-bidu kien dejani, but għax qed huwa differenti. Ma like kif induraj li kompla u story actually decent.
What was your favorite Ben 10 episode? From the original, I remember which one it was. It's the one where he goes into the future and he meets himself, the older version.
Ben 10,000.
Ben 10,000. Ben 10,000.
Yeah.
And I remember and that was my favorite episode as well. And you had Ben 10 cards, I assume.
I haven't, I don't
I
actually.
had
Yeah,
Ben
that's
10
what's
cards.
good.
I had a bunch of Ben 10 cards.
Okay,
It came in a box that looked like the Omnitrix, and some of the cards, you know, like you can put a card under like a red thing, and then you see there's like a different image. You could put them on, and the Omnitrix was red, so you put it under it, and you'd see the new image. Anyway, and I had the card for Ben 10,000 shiny, and I had because he had Accelerate. Is that what the name? The fast one, Accelerate. But the future Accelerate, who was even faster, so it's cool. Bro, I love Ben 10. I had the Omnitrix as well as a kid.
I had all the versions. The only one I didn't have was the Omniverse one, of course, and the.
I had the original one. I didn't have.
The ultimate one was the fucking gauntlet, man. It's enormous.
Which one?
The ultimate one was like this big.
Yeah. The normal one's thick, but the team
Alien
one,
Force one was
the Alien Force
fairly
is
small.
just a watch. It's just a green watch, literally.
I think my favorite episode, it wasn't even a Ben 10 episode, it was more of a Gwen episode where she learned how to use her magic.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm a big magic fan, just in general.
But
I like fantasy.
Me and my friends would play Ben 10 at school in England.
You were Gwen.
And I was Gwen. But also, they were like, I don't want to be a girl, and I'm open to being a girl,
You look like
one.
Gwen, yeah.
And two, bro, she's the most OP. She's got the best stuff. She got magic.
She does, man.
You know? Ben 10 has more OP aliens. But then sometimes the Omnitrix is like, go fuck
you.
yourself. You know?
Literally.
She can
Thinking
always
you
use her
don't need-
magic.
There's also a season for that in Omniverse.
Really?
Where it fucks up.
Okay,
Which is, it doesn't actually fucks up.
Oh, and also another good episode from the original Ben 10 when you meet Kevin for the first time.
That is.
And Kevin sucks from the Omnitrix. And then when Kevin comes back in Alien Force, it's kind of cool. I kind of like that. That's a character coming back.
Kevin kien jġobni, like, l-istoria tiegħu fej ġili, he would just help them, but he would, like, betray them, u kollox, but would just take over him, like,
There's
jam
more-
bus għaddejnek.
His actual story arc just continues over. Like, it's very much complicated. Imma
Mela,
għandu
tibda
ħafna
mattija,
ups and
tibda
downs li
mattija.
taħseb li he betrayed them f'verità. He's using what he used to done in his favor. U l-oħrajn kienu jafu, eżempju, that he won't betray them, u ma dak il-ħin he betrayed them. Dik ħaġa tal-iskola konna nagħmilha li konna nagħbu tipo logħba ma' Bakugan konna nagħmlu.
Yeah,
Konna
she was
literally
Bakugan.
immur jienu trejn oħra jekk dal-persuna hija laħda l-episod għax ngħidu fuqha. Konna nidu l-cards, jien kelli ħafna fucking Bakugan, kelli xi żewġ kaxxi mimlin ġas Bakugan. Konna mmorru fil-playground, fil-pitch tal-futbol, nwadbuhom literally konna
Like in the show.
nwadbuhom, jekk naraw li mhumiex eżatt idejxu xin, immur niġru nirranġawhom, m'għandix idea kif, konna nwadbuhom alla l-dan u l-fucking plastic balls, hoping li wieħed jiftaħ.
And then it would never open.
Kien għandu l-bidej, fatħonna ġen l-ħajp li kena.
That would be hype.
Konna namlu l-leps bil-ħajp li kena fil-fucking pitch tal-futbol. It was amazing.
I had like 20, 30 Bakugan. I stopped like... I stopped before they started doing the big ones, you know.
I like those.
Niftaka, jina ftit kelli kontrajt ċikaxxa wahda minn għalija kelli kienem xie 7 xaġek. Ma niftakar għamil żmien ndur fid-dar, like nkun jed bil-flok, nitfa il-kard taħt il-flok, u nitfa l-Bakugan fuqa.
I never thought to do that, so you could like a parrot.
Għax fil-xok kienu jkunu għafta dejjem da fuq, sorry, I was like, okay. Nitfa l-kard emmek u nitfa l-dak fuq ġis noqgħod ndur bih fid-dar hemm.
Taf li actually bidlu għal-loba kif taħdem. Għamlu actual loba li actually titnaqqas skill biex t-loba. Mux ħafna ta' ġifi xorta it's a kids game, imma they try to improve isma flok cards għedin like hexagons li tot place ja tamil actual big arena. La ma actually pretty cool.
To be honest, ma tantx kont nilaba.
I mean, if you have Bakugan, originally it's
Yeah.
crap. It's pretty shit.
Just
Let's
match
be honest.
numbers, you have a higher number, you win.
Yeah, exactly.
Jien ma tantx kont nilaba kif għedlek, kull ma kelli 7. Ma kont naf fil-ħadd iktar li kienu joġbuh. Allora biex issib xi ħadd li labu diffiċli meta kont nistaqsi ħie kont ngħidu tipo jan labu. L-ewwel alla ma kien staqsek joġbuh ma kienx xurti jilagħbu, mbagħad spiċċa tara il-Drakenoid kbir li kollok xi sewa different ġust taqgħodhom kollha f'daqqa like.
Dak li kelli vera famin.
I've never had that.
U mbagħad hemmhekk jrid jilgħab għax għandu għala Drakenoid Kristlu.
You know, I stopped playing them. I stopped bringing them to school when I was playing with them, and this guy walked past me and said, "Arada, playing with his balls." And I
That's what I was gonna say. Playing with what, you balls?
not playing with these again.
Fuck, I would continue playing them until aktar.
Have you guys heard of the Bayonetta drama?
The what?
No.
Bayonetta. You know what Bayonetta is?
No to bayonet.
You know what Bayonetta is? Bayonetta's a game.
to be
It's a
honest.
Nintendo game.
Alright,
It's like
Bayonetta,
you know what Devil May Cry is?
That's maybe.
It's a Japanese like fighting game where like literally like you throw people into the air and you do combos. It's like the kind of game where it's like at the end you get like S tier or S plus tier, SSS,
Oh, yeah.
you know, kind of. And the voice actor for the first 2 games isn't voice acting for the third game. Isn't voice acting the third game, and apparently it's because they only offered her $4,000
I saw
to do the voice acting for it.
That's so shit.
When last year, or not last year, the last game made like 400 million.
Wale ba man.
To be honest, I don't know why. In my opinion, if they're going to use SS, especially voices, make it tipo kif tgħid, a royalty tipo. Li aktar jagħmlu
Yeah.
sale tihom xi ħaġa.
She gets no
Aktar jkun
royalties. They like she gets nothing on the back end, you know.
Plus sense,
But then so she came out with her statement and asking people like, listen, I don't blame you if you don't boycott the game because I love the game as well, you know, as a fan. But if you can boycott it, you know, because they're fucking me over, the company Konami clapped back and they were like, yo fam, that ain't true. We offered you 20 grand, 5 sessions, 4 grand per session. And they said that she was asking for royalties and stuff like that. And it's like, fam, even then 20 grand is nothing.
20 grand għala l-loba li għamlet kemm? Kemmet?
Like 400 mil, you know? It's crazy, like that number might be wrong, but still, it's crazy, you know? 20 grand's nothing.
It's a very, very popular game.
And she in her post,
I mean,
it's really,
to be
really
fair,
sweet.
I would
What
do
she
it.
said, what
I
she said
would do it
was,
for 20 grand.
yeah, but what she
Yeah,
said
mighty
was, what she
professional
was so true.
people.
She's like, I've trained for 3 years at the Royal Academy of Acting. I did this, this, and this. I'm super big into theatre, you know? Like, this woman isn't just an actor like us, where we're like, 20 grand to voice act, for sure.
Good actors.
But you know what I mean? She's a professional, you know?
Reject.
And a lot of people think of her as Bayonetta. And she even said, now this new voice actor, when there's like conventions and stuff, is she gonna sign for Bayonetta? You know? And the voice actor, the original voice actor was like, come on, like that character's mine. I created that character.
Sure.
I created that voice and the vibe, not her. So why would she get to sign the posters and stuff? It's a bit weird, kind of weird situation. What's the worst gift you've ever given?
Given.
You know, I can tell you mine.
To get gifts count.
Did?
No, I don't
Good
think
No.
they count, 'cause,
So,
like,
the worst gift I've ever given was my anniversary. I think it was my anniversary last year. I got her a vase from Medina Glass.
vase. Vase.
Vase.
You say vase?
Both are correct, I think. I think vase is
Doesn't
American.
matter.
I
Yeah,
got
just
her,
say-
I got her a vase from Medina Glass.
Mhm.
And like I was like, oh, she's gonna love it because she loves decorating her room. Last time she said that she likes Medina Glass. I was like, oh, she's gonna like it. She opens it, or like, her
She's
face is
objective.
the blankest expression on the planet. She could have just seen a news article on the Daily Mail. It would be the same expression, you know? Complete, I don't give a shit about this thing.
I mean,
And I'm like,
Ma-
we exchanged it on Bath, and that was...
it's not. I won't consider that a bad present that she bought sipped full as well.
Is that?
I'm just unlike you.
I just no, I thought in the wrong direction because even then, in hindsight, the vase was ass ugly, and
Yeah,
it was
it's a
big,
vase.
you know. It was an ugly yellow color, but I was trying my best. Okay.
You tried.
That-
You
I
tried,
أنا
I
أحس
tried.
السايت عمل like
I tried.
extra.
Apparently, there are studies that say that people with autism struggle to get gifts for people. So I just use that as an excuse. I just say, fuck it, I'm bad at it. It's fine.
It's chill.
It's chill.
Alright.
To be fair, I
Oh,
don't
and-
think I ever
That-
gave a bad present. I'm not sure.
It's not a bad present. I gave someone a regular present, and then as part of it, I gave them coconuts. I
What?
have coconuts. No, it was a Christmas present. I gave them coconuts.
Just coconuts.
Just no, I mean I gave them something else.
Secret Santa.
No.
What? Why?
I gave them coconuts because that was we had a thing going on, and they always said they love coconuts or whatever. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you coconuts this year.
I mean, to be fair, I never tasted the coconut before, as in like the actual fruit.
I don't really. I like the taste of coconut, but like the artificial taste of coconut. I don't
I don't
like.
like the artificial taste of coconut.
I don't
Nah,
like
I
the
don't
actual
do.
coconut.
Like Bounty. Ugh.
I don't like it.
I
I
Bounty.
like it.
For once, someone actually agrees with me.
I
Thank you.
hate Bounty.
Thank you.
Bounties are the worst.
I think
Lion
that's
is the
the-
worst. Who eats lion,
I
bro?
mean, it's not
No.
that.
Lime.
Lion.
Lion.
Eh,
The
lion.
chocolate.
It's good.
Almost similar to Mars. Lion.
Mars is better.
Is it the same?
No.
Most
No,
the same
not the
thing.
same.
Not
So,
similar
so what's like a good gag gift you've given? Mine, I think the best gag gift was I gave my friend a signed, framed photo of myself. To put
Like,
in her
since
room.
them admitted gag gift, just a gag gift habba forsi da, just biex nistaqsi in general.
No, that's good gifts.
No, I think that was the
I don't-
funniest thing I've
I
ever
don't
given.
really-
Bħalissa n-prova nsib gag gift għaxin nam Secret Santa ma' l-grupp tagħna.
Uh-huh.
U m'għandix idea sena bad nġib għalla gag gift, bro. I'm
know-
too kind to get the gag
You know
gift
what's
so
always
much.
a good gag gift? Hot Wheel cars.
Ah,
Because like a lot of people in that group, I feel like cars.
No, ma, they won't like it.
Oh, Marsha. You know, I gave a friend of mine Hot Wheel cars, and they were like, "Why'd you get me these, Dan?" I was like, "Could you like cars?" You know, that's it.
To be
that's
fair,
the reason.
wieħed minnhom actually genuinely probably jugos ħafna.
I'd
Actually,
like Hot
eżempju
Wheel
xi
cars.
F1 Hot Wheel u xi ħaġa kieżem jekk jeżistu. I don't
I'd
know.
like a Hot Wheel car. For any viewers listening, if you want to send in your Hot Wheel cars, I'll
Għandna
take
PO
'em.
box li m'għandix.
Huh?
Tienhom il-PO box. Jeżistu għandha.
Matchbox,
PO box.
PO box. Send them. Send me a DM, and I'll let you know where to send them.
Leave them in this husband in this location.
Yeah, I'll
minutes.
meet up. If you're a fan, I'll even sign. If you're a fan, you probably hate me anyway.
jistaw
So
ħallhom-
I won't sign anything.
Jistaw ħallhom near the fire pit, dejjer bush il-kbir li fejn on the north side ta' Taqali. Jien ma nafx
Like a
fejn
drug drop.
ma nafx fejn intu.
No.
You know where the snake pit is?
No.
No.
Where is the snake pit? Bro, I didn't come to Ali when I was a kid, considering I lived in a different country.
Inti tal-bira. Għanna l-bira konna nejdu tipo fejn ħanġu għawnek għan saqali bħal sedin. U per sedin jamlu l-ġiri u għek we relocated mux orta taqali. Imma il-fimta ta' jizzabi Wied Gormi fimta.
Gormiti.
Sekonda, mela.
Wied Gormi. Ta' fejnu.
Wied is valley.
Ma ta' fejnu.
Gormi, I don't know what that is, no.
Ma ta' fejnu.
No.
Fejnu l-bajtu ta' sormi.
No, I didn't know that.
Dikja like.
By the way, il-postijiet li semmejna l-bira kolla.
Are all fake.
Yeah, l-unika post vera ximbat il-pin Jason. Ija, l-għadda ma
So there's no snake pit.
No, there's no fucking snake pit. Itina ħaġa.
Why would there be a snake pit?
No, maybe it's just called that, or maybe there's it used to be a snake pit, now it's just like a place, you know, the people call snake pit.
Tina ħaġa, how would I know where the northeast side of Taqali is?
That I said. That
the
I
big
said.
bush with the fire pit. Oh, I have no idea where that is.
I mean,
That,
to be fair, that's one I didn't.
that I said question mark, you're joking, right?
You
When
didn't
said
say you're
that.
joking.
I did.
No,
Well,
you
I
didn't say you're
thought
joking.
I said you're joking,
No.
right? For
Alright.
that.
Legit.
But the snake pit and the weird Gormi, I had no idea. So Vera, that the gooch is the Gormi.
لا مش فعلا just actually rhymes it's just double
Ah,
with Gormi
okay.
some actual place of
Also,
it
last
Fanda.
week, speaking of things I don't know, because I'm stupid as well. Walk to Poland. I thought it was walk to Poland. I looked it up and then I messaged Leon being like, so why didn't you correct me? He's like, it's funny. I thought it was a reference to like Hitler, you know, being like walking into Poland. I take the walk to Poland. That's funnier in my opinion than walk. What's he doing? Cooking a walk in Poland.
Yes, why not?
Oh, Lord.
Making them
Pause.
food. Għalek taħħel xismu, il-president. Għajtek whatever. Ma, forsi inti you can clarify if this is true or not. I mean, it is true, għaxċajta, ma nafx jek ġarċ li lek. Kod nara video il-biraħ ta' Overwatch 2, ta' għedit jirab Overwatch 2. Ġera.
fucking laboda man
Now, honestly, Overwatch 2 looks better than Overwatch 1. I don't know if that's the popular or unpopular
Inti
opinion.
mux t-tiraba.
ma biex niprofa għal qabżet il-naba
Insomma, whatever.
It's still a
naħseb-
bad game.
Naħseb, u l-iktar persuna li għad smajt imbezza meta jirċivi achievement. Apparently, kodabba li bada jirċivi achievement fil-loba, the game kicked him out. And there was like a 300 queue biex jirġaw jitlu n-nies. In the first 2-3
Day
days.
one was like a
Mux day one.
100,000 queue.
The first 2-3 days, kodabba li jħu achievement.
l-ewel ġemma kienet gravi
Joħroġ. Or like, it was so like entertaining. Just tisma il-fear fi vuċi tiegħu, kodabba li jar achievement titla.
Can I say something about Overwatch? I don't know how much you know about Overwatch.
Not that much.
You know a bit. It's like Overwatch 2 is better because it's not 6v6, it's 5v5. So it's all the same things except
there's
there's one less tank. So essentially, because Overwatch 1 towards the end especially fell into this trap where every game was you shooting at the tank getting healed, nothing happening. It's boring. And so one less tank sort of fixes that problem, but it doesn't, man. I've seen so much Overwatch 2 gameplay. The tanks are OP now, and the healers just sit next to the tank, healing them. And I'm gonna compare it to a game like League, because I feel like Overwatch 2, although it's more similar to like Valorant and stuff, I think it's more similar to League, because the amount of like healing there is, and just it's so many stalemates. Part of the gameplay loop. It's really boring.
Yeah,
You're stuck doing the same shit.
Jena nitkellem specific of Overwatch 2 I hate it it's called 2 Overwatch 2 Overwatch 1 with an update bis
Yes.
u dik wan taħraqni għax
Yes,
għamlu dawn
it's like-
marketing schemes here to market a new game
Like
They-
3
they're
new
just-
characters and that's it.
3 new characters just naqsu dana
And one game mode,
essentially
a new game mode that everyone hates. It is the worst game mode in the game.
vera fucking
Push.
massive the game
It's boring.
ma man
Okay, forsi ta' boda, imma it was a good move minna tagħhom.
It's a-
Għara
it's
kemm
a-
ġabu nislura l-loba.
That's because
it's a
Blizzard are
tipo-
dying though. Blizzard are dying. Blizzard used
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
the
imma it
best
was a-
company and now
Imma
they're
it was a
one
good
of the
move
worst.
minna tagħhom li
Le, le,
they called
it's a good
Overwatch
marketing
2.
move imma għalija persona li tipo
And it's free.
dik to be fair nasab għamluha ħażina li għamluha free IMO imma sid
Why? What? I kind of like that. All the characters are free. You get all the characters.
no. Għabidlu, jek kellek Overwatch 1 huma free. Imma jek tibda minn Overwatch 2, you need to unlock them. But b-50.
That's bull.
Le.
That's boring.
Huma għamlu b'xej, one foot zidu aktar newbies. So ħatkun itqalbex jek ġikollok loba sura, pal-lig.
Jien naħseb kompli.
Għakolem aktar hackers, 110 billion%. Bis ġast it-twijed il-biraħ u di suppost l-loba again. Overwatch 1, ma taċ kalli hackers.
Jiena li di għandha tkun. Naħseb wieħed mill-aħjar modelli ta' shooter games li rajt kif they kind of tackle these kind of problems ta' noobs u dawn l-affarijiet hija CSGO.
Ma nxal isbek tgħidli xi Warzone bullshit hekk
Le. CSGO, meta introduċew, insejt x'kien jisimha, imma għamlu żmien fil-bidu kienet bil-forsi tixtriha.
Ban.
Insejt xejdu l-għalda.
Issa ilhom naqra biha, imma
I had to
daħlu
buy CSGO.
ħaġa.
I bought it.
Okay, ma daħlu ħaġa illi it's free, min irid jilagħba jista' jilagħba. Imma
Do I get my money back?
Le,
imma jekk inti xtrajta fil-bidu, jew anka issa tiddeċidi li tixtriha flok jekk for free, you have kind of
Prime.
Isu prime kind of, a prime account. Fejn inti you can only play with other prime members. Ħalli jekk inti tnaqqas.
That's really good. So it's like, I'm dedicated to this game.
Eżatt,
I'm actually
ħalli kun
trying.
nista' nilab man nissew.
Okay, good.
U mbagħad apparti jekk mbagħad
CSGO.
hemm websites oħra. Insejt, hemm waħda minn għalija ESL jew xi ħaġa hekk, hemm xi websites oħra fejn you actually pay a membership and you kind of unlock a higher tier of gameplay. Fejn inti tilab ma' nies li tiġi merged biss ma' nies li qegħdin jilagħbu fuq din
Because
il-website.
the idea is if you're putting money in, you're clearly trying harder. So
Ġifieri
you're putting more
apparti li fil-logħba jisom they're already
The fuck?
apparti li fil-logħba they're already segmented jisom noobs li qed jixtru b'xejn u qed jilagħbu for fun. U nies li qed jieħdu bis-serjetà.
There's a third tier.
Hemm websites oħra li huma third party websites, hemm iktar minn waħda, fejn inti tixtri membership or you just play with high level players.
I mean, għadek ukoll ġo like older Call of Duties u hekk. Insejt eżatt xi small dan ma jidhirli like Fire Fire Summer whatever. Fejn jagħmlu lobbies within this platform third party u jagħmlu custom lobby. Before tagħmel lobby
Alright.
in you find a lobby totol ma dawn nies huma actually dedikati on competitive u tilab magħhom.
I mean, it's kind of like League. League now has Champions Queue. I don't know if that's what's called. League now has this thing where, like, for pro players only, though. Where they have a Champions Queue where there's actually voice comms. Like, when you go into it, I don't think it's part of the game. I think the voice comms, like, it's a Discord server.
Specifically allow pro players.
It's their own, but it's their own server, so when they play, like, it's only for NA and Korea, I think, but the NA, like, servers are, like, they're all, like, on low ping, they're all, like, playing against each other, and then there's a Discord server that you can hop into to chat with the people.
No, dik hija waħda mill-iktar satisfying things meta tilab logħba. Meta taf li wasalt f'punt fejn m'intix tajjeb ħafna, ma you're not shit. U tidħol ma' nies illi actually jużaw voice com. U ma barranin, like meta tidħol ma' sħabek it's fun. Meta tidħol ma' barranin u ssib team ta' 5 fej actually jużaw voice com, jużawhom kif suppost. It's fucking satisfying. ħafna.
CSGO especially.
Eżatt, meta kont nilab CSGO.
I love voice comms.
Inħossni was awkward meta jużaw voice comms.
Imma għax inti kif il-mod li kienu jużaw eżempju meta kont nilab CSGO, il-mod li jużaw voice comms meta tilab ma' ċertu livell, meta tilab ma' nies biex joffenduk bil-Russu. Imma meta tilab ċertu livell mbagħad, just il-voice comms jintużaw biss literalment call-outs fejn jew fejn minn nies. Daqshekk ma tisma' xejn iktar fuq voice comms.
You know, I
vera
a game I really like voice comms with was Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow was
I played that a lot, and voice comms really make sense for that game. They really make sense for call outs and
Rainbow ma nafx jekk forsi ma rabtix biżejjed, però il-mapep qatt ma stajt naqbad
il-mapep
fejn. Jibdew jisemmu x'ismu? Jibdew isemmu il-postijiet, like call-outs differenti, I was like, I have no fucking idea x'in.
Ma dik ovvju għax inti bekam labta. Jiena eżempju dom ħafna biex tira mappa waħda. Vera technical pala logħba għax hemm ħafna ħitan li tispara minnu, hemm ħafna ħitan you can destroy completely. Hemm ħafna different types of tipo traps u mechanics u nek, ġu siege.
Siege għandek l-isem tal-post li qiegħed jew le?
Dejjem għalek tagħmel tab jew mappa jkun miktub.
Tagħmel tab jew hekk.
Fil-mappa tagħmel. Naħseb
CS minn għalija.
anke taħt il-mappa.
CS kien ikollok fil-ġeb dejjem.
Naħseb hemm ilna ħafna mal-lagħba. Jisikun bidlu ma m'għandix idea.
A-long.
Xkont tilab l-iktar mappa? CS.
Dust too.
Dust.
I
fucking hate
the
Dust,
classic.
Jiena l-aktar waħda.
Mirage jew Inferno
għażla.
Mirage, sorry. Mirage is the like Dust is COD, I think.
No, Dust is CS.
Dust is the one where it's like there's
Jekk
B
toħroġ
long on the if you're on T side, there's B long on the left.
hemm klip ta' wieħed. Joħroġ minn City Spawn. Għadha tibda l-logħba. Ħareġ minn City spawn, għaw double doors on dust 2 fin-nofs. Għaw double doors, u just
Dust 2.
Boom.
That's the one I had. Dust 2.
just jispara dik, waħda like
That's crazy.
Ek.
That's crazy.
X'ismu?
CSGO is also one of
Possibly,
those games.
right,
It's like the one time you have a good play, you're like, I'm the shit, man. I'm the best player in the world. Like you get one headshot and you're like, I carried. All me.
Inti kont tar competitive ta' CSGO.
Ija,
Taf minnu shroud.
ija.
Man, I love that fucking person, man. U vera persona monotone u
Didn't he go to Valorant?
Ejja. He actually started playing
Ħafna
competitive fih.
ħafna CS players imxew Valorant.
Li nasu aktar għallajnuna.
Ħafna CS players imxew Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty
basically
good
the same mechanics, just on
never
their
liked-
abilities.
Never liked Valorant. I always thought it was kind of like a lesser version of CSGO.
It is, I mean.
It's CSGO meets Overwatch,
Eżatt.
but not in a good way, in my opinion. I think CSGO does what it does well. I think Overwatch does what it does well. I don't think that it needs.
Ara,
to change, you know?
Valorant, it's not that bad. CSGO li għanda, it's simple, imma it's hard as well.
I just
Tipo-
don't understand. Sorry.
Biex tifhem mechanics, it's pretty simple. Like, mandekx
I mean, even
ħafna
CS:GO.
nejk u bullshit. Le, għal CSGO t-nejn. Mandekx ħafna bullshit u nejk.
Overwatch
but-
2 is more complicated. Overwatch in general.
ċinu?
Overwatch is more like
Overwatch għandek ħafna
variants, I
affarijiet.
think.
Imma xumbat għandek
I'd say.
l-abilities emmek. Għal mbagħad dik li xis, sa kemm tidra l-abilities ta' kulħadd.
Ma dik il-logħba pal-liga, eżempju.
Eżatt, imma CSGO li għandha hija logħba sempliċi immens biex tidraħħa biex tidħol fiha logħba. It's very easy. You just have a gun, point, shoot. Done. That's it. You know how to play the game. Issa mbagħad to actually get good at the game u mbagħad hemmhekk fejn jidħol diffiċli, hemmhekk fejn hija diffiċli ħafna u learning curve hija qawwija to actually learn how to play the game well. Imma to understand the mechanics of the game.
But I feel like a game like League, and even like Dota or like StarCraft, you know, these are the kinds of games where even to play them casually, you need a certain level
You need to try a bit.
of prowess, you know, you need to have practice. Like I remember the first time I played League, I hated it. I was like, this is so boring, it's so dumb. And then
You
I
just
just kept
keep dying
playing
all
for a
the
bit.
And just keep dying all the time.
I just keep dying all the time. I'm like I'm still playing with a locked camera, you know? Like, Corey probably doesn't know that you can unlock the camera. You know, in League, you can unlock the camera.
Mela kamera konna.
Oh, still. But I remember in the beginning, I
Better.
only played with locked and stuff.
Ma
So
nxiex nlabalu. Unlock.
Lejna unlock nilaba. Meta
unlock.
nilaba, sa m'għandix nilaba.
that's because I used to play StarCraft. And StarCraft, that's all it is. Just
Imma,
always unlocked.
I finally promised to stop torturing myself, so uninstalled League.
jena,
Yes.
jien just
I
waqfna.
still torture myself otherways.
It's just frustrating because I've got so many good skins.
Vera.
And I just
Dik
want,
huwa.
like, and also, you know what I really want? I want League, or Riot. I want Riot to release League of Legends Classic. I want them to, like, it doesn't have to be classic like day one League, because season 1 League was fucking miserable. Like, it was just, you've got Annie and Veigar, and that's it, and you're just dying all the time. But then, like, season 3, 4, when they change the map, I want them to, like, revert that. So, like, all of these
Yeah,
new
you-
champions that
you
are all
nixtieq.
fucking OP, gone.
Jien
Ciao,
nemmen
bye.
kiku jamlu jamlu pal wow. Wow classic.
exactly
Jibdow
what I'm saying.
il-bidu net imma. Ħalli xorta jaraw il-progression. Jgħal laqas
That's-
they fix some things u jżidu naqra.
That I'd be fine with. I'm more saying, like, they would have, like, season 4 infinitely. But if they do, like, wow, they start with season 1, they go to it again.
Għal-ligi għal-ħajer,
Tolos, yeah.
eżempju. Jina li
Club
għazib
play
season
that.
5, xinu season 5 dit. Għalli dik laħjer. Għad għandu
To
laħjer.
me, season 3. Just before the map change.
Imma tipo, kiku jien rajiet u namel lana mill-season 1, minn meta ħarġet na changes,
I'd play
ovvjament. Na graphical
Hands down.
updates, na ek.
I'd build a gaming PC for that. Because that, to me,
I don't think you need a gaming PC for that.
my laptop would die, I think. The thing about League nowadays is that there's too much going on. And I feel like a lot of games...
And with character, man.
No, it's not about characters. I feel like there's a lot of games, like even Overwatch 2, even like Valorant. Like something like CSGO is simple, you know? Something like Valorant and League, there's so many abilities, like everyone's spamming. I feel like every champion in League nowadays has a dash and invincibility, and they're so OP because every game, the longer it goes on, you run out of simple ideas. You know, you have to become more complicated because there's no room to be simple anymore. You've done all the simple stuff.
Like palsa and dil-min, I mean, it makes sense. Fejn they compare the new characters to passives. Ta' kif jaħdmu passive, passive very simple u nekek. Imma hemm
crazy.
għadu kemm ħarġ character ġdid li askaleb tidnaqra kien like
paragraphs.
paragraphs. U battara ta' nażus. Jkollok 20% lifesteal. That's it. Dik
literally.
il-passive tiegħu.
Like,
U bada jkollu jekk għandek 0.25 minn armor, MR, AD, AP, whatever the fuck else. Dak jagħmlu aktar damage min huwa stunned, paralyzed, whatever.
How the fuck am I supposed to remember all this, man?
there was a character, Samira, I think. Her passive is when she's in melee range, she switches to melee, and when she's in like distance, she's in distance range. Also, she has a style thing that she builds up style throughout the fight. Also, if an enemy's stunned and she hits them, she knocks them up. Also, like it's just constantly, man. Whereas literally Annie's like every 4 abilities you get a stun. Full stop. That's it. That's it. You know, because you can't do that stuff anymore.
Nasib Nico għadda nasib. You know Nico, chameleon. The only big thing now that she can transform into someone else. Must have abilities of him.
But that's whatever.
Just use it, disguise. And you can trick people who naked. And my abilities tipo twaddab son. Q, ek tuqa xi ħaġa, just pops. W speed, that's it. She's very simple.
It's like and this is with every game. That's what I'm trying to say. Like even Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2, all the new characters, even Overwatch, like if you look at the base characters for Overwatch versus all the characters that came after it,
Moira.
all of the ones like Moira, all of the ones after the base roster all have like an invincible dash, you know. Whereas Reaper in the base crew, his invincibility teleport takes forever. You know, it's a long charge. Whereas Moira just
Għandek xi 3 seconds ta' x'ismuna?
it's
Reaper is like 2 seconds.
it's like he does that whole thing. He's like, you know, Moira just boop gone. It's like, man, the way to get new players into games, I feel like, isn't to just make it more OP.
Biss, għadu kemm ħarġu Kiriko, hija new healer. Għandha teleport. So instant teleport and it
She
can
kinda
go
looks like
through
Echo.
walls. Imagine like Ash and
Echo. She kind of looks like Echo.
La. She's Asian.
Oh, much.
Imagine Akali ma kieku healer, literally.
Oh, okay.
Like jekk if I point at you inti qiegħed in-naħa l-oħra tad-dinja through 5 walls, nafa shift niteleporti qudiemek. That's it. Kien tippunta shift.
But then, like, what's the solution? What's the solution to these games where the simplicity is no longer an option? I mean, even Magic the Gathering. I play Magic the Gathering a lot. I know you guys don't understand Magic probably, but Magic went through a period recently in the past few years where they said we're gonna design cards with a new mentality called fire design. Because of that, they have fucked the game completely. Because now all the cards they're releasing now every year are incredibly OP.
It's all games. Anke Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta żiedu il
Yu-Gi-Oh's different though, 'cause they don't have standard.
La, true, ma bien niftakar żmien fejn like isamlu like you can morph like il-monsters together so you can put out a new card.
Yes.
U tisam l-istess fu dik u jorġa il-matter card, il-fusions. And like aktar tip ta' fusions u nekajn,
Yeah.
like I
But
marġ kun naf.
Yu-Gi-Oh's fucked because card games most of the time with the way they work is that you'll have different kind of formats to play. You'll have ones which are like with all the cards and ones which are like with a specific amount of cards. And normally the specific amount would be like the last 2 years, which is standard. So that people buy the cards. Yu-Gi-Oh don't have that. Yu-Gi-Oh, every card is legal ever.
Those, yeah.
So it's like if this one card is still popular and it's not been banned and it was printed 30 years ago or however long ago and it hasn't been reprinted, it just costs €300. You need 4 of them. Oh, that's sick. Magic's kind of the same. You know, a modern deck right now in Magic, 60 cards, 75 cards is like €800, €900 minimum to be competitive. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, when I play, I just use other people's cards. Like, I just borrow. My girlfriend's uncle, he's a collector, by coincidence. So, I just use it. Brilliant. You know, much easier. I don't have to pay for shit. And then all the cards I win, I give to him. Because I don't care about the collection, I just want to play the game.
Ġviri, meta terbaħ, you actually win cards.
Yeah. You win packs, and there'll be like prize cards. So, like, this card specifically for this event, wizards who own
Mux
Magic.
terbaħ il-cards tal-opponent tijak.
No.
Alright.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Jekkontella tipo mux reqsax tournament. Għazu l-iskola, eżempju, għana konna namlu jgħri nilab miegħek, we need to trade 2 cards. U usually one of our best cards. Jien, ovvijament, jikon nilab zombie deck ħafna mid-drabi, this was like my favorite deck. U ma taġ għandi good cards. Soħa ma kien jilab mi fil-dana. Ma kien dak il-wiqiet, eżempju, li kullu alla pala card li supposi forbidden, ma xorti jilab bija. Jek nirbaħlu fucking Jesus Christ, man.
No, exactly.
One.
And so I'm saying even in non-digital games like Magic, and Magic's been around since the 90s. Even they're like struggling. If you look at the text on cards on Magic before, to be like maximum like a 3-line paragraph, 4-line paragraph. Now it's like
You need that fucking magnifying glass so you see the fucking text.
Yu-Gi-Oh's even worse. Yu-Gi-Oh's even worse. But Magic, it's still like crazy, and I don't know what the solution is, you know, as a gamer, because I'm complaining. But if I were in the position to make changes, what would I do? Nothing. I don't know what to change, apart from reprint old cards.
People will get bored either way. Like you have to be complicated before biex in-nies jkunu interessanti. If you say with the same formula, għalek billi jbiddu għal-qasek. Ovvijament, ħafna nies jobadu għaman, bada min lekċi vera tuġbu ċiċ.
Yeah, I like some of the changes. Like now the jungle's more interesting and stuff. Anyway, did you? I want to close on this. Did you hear about Amouranth and her whole thing?
Yes.
I don't know the full story because Corey doesn't know much about streamers. So if you want to explain it.
Mela, basically, hija perdi kienet mżewġa.
Amouranth is one of the most popular female streamers, if not the most popular. I think Pokemon's more popular. Either way, she's top female streamer on Twitch, right?
But essentially, it's not a context sorta. She became very, very popular meta għamlu l-meta. Li tipo the most popular era ta' Twitch, meta għamlu jibsu bikinis u jkunu fil-
And OnlyFans. And during the OnlyFans, like...
kienet literally l-ikbar on OnlyFans u nekek. U kol she used to stream a lot, like ma
She still does. She, I think...
It's a hard break, it's had a long break.
I think Ludwig calculated her hours. Ludwig, a popular streamer, XQC, a popular streamer, and Hassan, a popular streamer. Those three guys combined, their streaming hours didn't even come close. Just hers alone.
In almost 24 hours a day.
Crazy.
Almost, mux binnik. U raġuni ta' di kienet, apparently kienet mżewġa, il-husband taħħa kien essentially
controlling her.
like mux physically,
abusive.
verbally just abusive ħafna. Jikontrolla l-akon saħħa tal-flus, jikontrolla her essentially her life, man.
He told her not to say that she has a husband, so that way all the people on Twitch,
all the Sims would be...
All the Sims go to OnlyFans and donate more money.
Kienet tilbes a certain way. Kienet update il-bikini streams u nekek.
Because of him.
Literally was using her for money.
It's literally a Britney Spears type situation, like she had no choice.
U l-ar ħaġa, man. Kienem like proof severe like text li u kienet jaħli flus saħħa like hundreds of thousands of flus.
750 grand.
Bullshit.
Like
just
arguing, being like, fuck you, I'm gonna spend 500 grand from the account.
Issa nsejt għal xiex saċ, ma jidri lax marċi ċempilla l-lur, she doesn't want to call him, jew marċi joħroġ. U kienet waqt stream, darma minnom. U urrit eżempju, ek ma tammex, ek għan noqtlok I will kill your dogs. Like this.
He said, I'm gonna kill your dogs.
It was horrible.
On stream, live.
On stream,
everyone was listening to it.
U r-raġuni li bdiet stream, għaddi r-raġuni biex ma jgħamil xej.
Istja.
U like, after 2 days, apparently ranġu ħafna, like her life literally shifted.
They're separated now.
Separated, he's getting help.
And she said, it was really funny. She said, like apparently he needed to hear himself to realize he's an asshole. And she was like, I don't know why he needed that much time to realize that. Like, clearly you're an asshole.
Ovvjament.
I mean, the police came during one of her streams. She had to like type, being like, police are here, be right back, or I'll be back. She's taking a break, but she did an update stream, and she said, I'm so happy I'm in a jumper. Because she like was just wearing a normal jumper, you know? And she was like, in more than, I mean, normally she'd like not wear bikinis. It would be like those like tank top vests, but like that goes super low, you know? And she's got quite a big chest, so it sex sells at the end of the day. But it was fucked. I mean, completely. And
no, I'm happy half night actually. In my gosh, like obviously everyone is. I'm happily like she now has a life. Like il-break taħħa nasib zgwar jdu mux xur, zgur.
Mela, sawa taħme.
One għanda fucking ħafna flus. Probably flus taħħa t-tizzom għal xie xtriti, mux jas għalli.
Fl-axar.
Fl-axar, literally. U tina break miskin għax vera min jaff Schmidt fucking it.
Can I tell you 2 jokes that I used to say as a kid? And they're really bad though. Huh?
You get one, take it or leave it.
No, 2.
Man,
One,
no offense,
okay.
all your jokes are bad.
Can I say 2?
Yeah,
Please.
say.
Nah.
Hopefully,
There are
you
these
Apologize
3
in advance.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry in advance. But this is the way I'm wrapping up the podcast. There are 3
Ma,
kids.
second, at the same time, thank you jekk wasal hawnhekk.
Yes.
Għamlu like, subscribe.
Please follow on fuq Instagram, around fuq Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast.
If you want to know where we are, Leon says every episode, go find another episode where he's on it.
Fil-bidu jena
tell us, yeah.
ħaneditja bitċa, portu ġas majtuwa, għax ħad ma zidx biex jgħamil subscribe for YouTube. Kosin jgħida jena
Subscribe for YouTube.
ma beda mill-ewel, so ħanżid bitċa jena.
Ma thank you jekk wasal hawnhekk.
Anyway, so there's these 3 kids, and it had just rained. And so they go out, and they're like playing in the mud, and the mud's still soft, and they find some bricks. And they go, oh, let's play a game, let's see who can throw the brick the highest in the air. I go, but how are we going to know who threw it highest? We can't see properly. Oh, okay, let's see how far it goes down in the dirt. The further down it goes, the further it went up. First kid goes down 5 centimeters. Lustig, 5 centimeters is quite a lot. Second kid goes 10 centimeters. He's like, I'm winning. The third kid gets a brick, winds up, throws it up, and the brick never comes down. That's the joke.
He's Hulk's kid.
Okay.
Is this the joke?
No. It was a joke I used to say as a kid, okay? So it's bad. I'm going to say the second one. There's a woman.
And mill-ewwel wieħed.
The brick never came down. That's
Why?
the joke.
That's not a joke, is it?
Exactly, because I'm a stupid kid and we thought that was funny. But there's a woman, okay? And she wants to go visit her mum. But her mum lives abroad and she needs to take a plane. And she wants to take her parrot with her. But the only flight she can find is a plane that has no birds allowed and no smoking allowed. This was during where you could smoke on planes. And so she books the plane ticket, but she takes her parrot anyway. She takes it under her top. And she goes into the airport, goes through, the plane takes off, it's all fine. And then as the plane's flying, the pilot comes out, smoking a big fat cigar, saying hi to all the passengers. Hi, how are you? And all this. He gets to the woman, and he goes, hi, how are you? And she goes, I'm fine. And he goes, what was that? And she goes, nothing, it was nothing. And he goes, that's a bird. And he reaches under her top and grabs the bird. You're not allowed birds on this plane. So he opens the window of the plane, and he throws the parrot out. And she says, you're not allowed to smoke on this plane. So she grabs the cigar and throws it out of the window. And she closes the window. She sits down, angry. Doesn't have a bird. And the pilot storms back to the cockpit, sits down next to the co-pilot. And the co-pilot says, what's up? What's wrong with you? Nothing, this fucking bitch in the aisle. She had a parrot and she took my cigar. Anyway, whatever. Keep flying, and 5 minutes later, he hears a... He looks around, and there's the parrot on the window. What does he have in his beak?
A cigar.
No, the brick. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
It's a fucking strong pair, really. Jesus.
We're good? We're good.
Good.